Okay. I don't know why they had to make that annoying and slip the wrong rotation. Thumbnail. Change. Thumbnails. There we go. Save. Okay. So, we're going to be putting the bays together. I guess I should have view and live control. Okay, cool. Okay. Let me move myself around. I think I'm also going to move this way. Okay, cool. Make room for my computer. The chat is on the computer, so. Okay. Well, the chat's on the computer, but I guess come to think of it, that doesn't really matter if I have to also be looking at the base. Whoops. Not that. This. Okay, there we go. So we'll copy that. And I guess I'll make like a post. Okay. Create post. Paste, thank you. Putting the things for the CBT together. There we go. Okay. So, let's just get started. So first things first, I got my bay together. That is right over here. I have no idea what's going to be in frame and out of frame. Hello, Cosmo Story Maker, or Cosmo Maker. Okay, so there's the other half of it. I need 2 Gyarados. And I need Pegasus. Okay. So the other one, I gotta get that box. I did thumbnails earlier. So some bays are over there. Go ahead and put these away until I need them. It's way in the back because it sucks. Jay goes over here. Zarafa goes over here in the back. Lissor goes over here in the front. Ryan goes over there in the front. Torch Aries goes over here. Bull goes over here. Bird Cancer goes over here. Sagittarius there. Fox is about there. Cancer is over here. And then I need the Gyarados. Hyperquare is over here. Somewhere? I think it's here. Okay. So, we need to make... Okay, so you're going to be just saying a lot of me then, I guess. Okay. Maybe I'll adjust my camera again. Sing the replay. What if I move this chair over here? Let's move this up a little bit so you're looking at the base. How about that? Okay. I'll try to move myself back so I can see when I'm putting a bay on the screen like that directly. So we need Gyarados Balro. And we need Gyarados Balro. And there's another Balro Gorium. Okay, so double Balro on bottom. And Balro Gargoyle. Okay, so Balro's just all on the bottom. So I guess it doesn't matter which ones I get then. How many Killerkins do I need? Balro. Is it Saruman? Or is it Roja? It's Saruman, okay. So there is a double Killerkin and a Reviser Killerkin, so definitely want to take apart the Killerkin. Where is it? I'm blanking. Oh! No, that's Grifforce. Oh, I got a bar over here, that's what it is. Where is it? Here we go. Okay, so I need this bar. That bar is already taken apart. Okay, cool. So Balro, Gyarados, and then R145 R squared F. Okay. Since Jerry's got that one, we'll go with this Zarafa. Because this Zarafa makes for a good I think both R145s. Yeah. Both R145s were taken. But it makes more sense to put this one on Jerry's for color purposes. I'll worry about the tips for the R square Fs and the RFs at the end. So for now, I'm just going to worry about getting these together. Trying to check. You know what? I respect that. I respect the feeling you get destroyed. Ray Gill, even your other combo that you had Omega is a little bit underpowered for standard format like this. But you never know. Sometimes you can get some cheese happen, you know, with your Beys. So all hope is not lost. And there's also a couple synchro non-4D Beys, so there's always a chance. Get the other Gyarados space rolled out. Since Gyarados is on top again, I don't really feel the need to put Pegasus on top. I think that's kind of goofy. Does anybody ask for Bull? Probably good in limited. It's a good limited combo. Nice and fast. There is a Basalt Bull, so I can take apart H145 and go classic Basalt Bull. I complained about having, you know, a bunch of the other bulls, but I don't really have a problem with people going, if there's just one bull, I don't mind going orange. I just didn't like having 4 bulls and having to make them all orange or midnight. That kind of stunk. Anyway, I need the H145 off of this for Double Battle Rose Bay. Hair. That's just in range. Okay. So H145. And again, I'll worry about the rubber tips at the end. I agree, your Gill is perfect. But you probably will get destroyed in the CBT, sadly. Okay, so my Beys together fully. The other one that I was thinking about is Balrogorium, the reigning champ. Whatever happened to Wolborg? Wolborg hasn't been around recently. Wolborg is one of the few people that's won double of the formats, too, of my CBTs. Did I say 165 metal flat? Yes, I can. I was going to give you those colors. They look better with Gill. I think sometimes I do Dragonis. Depends. Okay. It is, yeah, SA-165 metal flat. Okay. Do I want to give the red SA-165 or the pink SA-165? Actually, who else wants SA-165? I try to match by color here. Medio El Drago SA-165 RDF. And that's the only other one entered. Okay. I'll go with pink SA-165 then. Oh, shoot. What more mode was Wolborg's in? I think it was in skirt up mode, but somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. I would appreciate it. then the metal flat tip. It's probably just going to be the... Now, we're going to go Liar for this one. Because there's two, right? There's Liars and there's Screw Capricorns. But Liars is a blue that matches... That color matches here a little bit with the Gorim face bolt, since the Gorim comes with Revisor, so it's on the back of Revisor, which is blue. So that'll look a little bit better than the other one. Okay, let me reply to something real quick. Okay. Try to balance checking the chat. Because I can't have the chat up while I'm looking at the base. That's the issue. Okay. A lot of balance types with high defense. I don't see many attack standard defense types or many spin stealers. Okay, let's look at that. So Bar Gorim is probably a balance type. But even with Gorim on top, I know MF isn't the most aggressive, but this is overall pretty still attacky Bay. But it definitely kind of is a mix of attack and balance. Double Battle Bros is all attack. These two are both full-on attackers. They'll have rubber tips. So, mine's a defense bay. This is full-on defense. Double gimbal, low to the ground. It's been good for me the last few CBTs, so I'm sticking with it. Okay, Ethan is next one up. That's actually a really easy one, because there's not many color options with his bay. Oh, thank the Lord nobody picked Dragoon. I'm so happy. I hate Dragoon. Dragoon is so obnoxious. It's really, really, really good. Dragoon is like one of the best out there. So I'm always happy to see it not here. Let's grab a duo here. Do we have two duos in this term or just one? We have two duos. Yeah. So I'll have to grab the other one later. Let me make sure this is in the right mode because I've actually been keeping one of these in attack mode. Yeah, this one was in attack mode. Definitely don't want Ethan's Bay to be in attack mode. Okay, then we need Grand Capricorn, and we will need a Fire Blaze tip because Ethan has created the Goat Bay. I have actually used this Capricorn outside of the Goat too in combos. This is not a Capricorn energy ring that I use exclusively with Flame Capricorn. It was on Death BD. Okay. Oh yeah, back to the base. So Ethan has a definitely like stamina-ish bay here. He's got a kind of goat combo, though it's not the tallest in the world, but that's okay. Yes, I do. Okay, I know the chat is on my phone. I'm streaming from my phone, but I'm not looking at the phone. That's the issue too. I want to bring that up. Dragoon is one of the coolest UG bays. I can't believe they banned it. Yeah, I don't have anything banned in my CBTs. I know Dragoon, like, what was it? BD145 RDF, I think is what it was, is like oppressive. And I actually, somebody entered with that and they lost a stamina match. I don't know if it's just my RDFs are kind of worn or just the launch wasn't great because it's so heavy, you know? I don't have the strongest launch, but generally speaking, yeah. And the Dragoon's one, I think a couple tournaments are going really, really far. I refuse to ban it or E230, but there have always been considerations because they are really, both parts are really good. Okay, so ETSG is Grab Your Destroyer, R145 Metal Flat. Then we got Cosmo Maker here with Ray Gill. Jerry's got Big Gyarados, I already showed. Medio SA165 RDF. That's a mix of a Spin Stealer. It's a Spin Stealer, because that's too light to be a defense bay. Gimbal SP230 MB's Balance. Bar Gargoyle's Attack. Duo Hades is Stamina. It's SWD. Assault Bull GB144S, that's pure defense. Killer can WD Stamina. Death Orso S130 CS is definitely defense. Revisor Killer can BD145 EDS is definitely a mix of stamina defense. And then Cosmic Lacerda DF105 R2F is attack. There's only, I think, three true attack bays that are like synchron. Because there's a lot of like metal flats which are mixed, you know? Ray Gill's attack, but it's light. Cosmic Lacerda's attack, but it's light. So it definitely leans towards the... Sure, I'll hear some of the bays you're making from your Metal Fight AU. Okay. Who's up now? Oh yeah, next to the Guard Destroyer. I should also look into the comments too. Coming up with a new tab sweep. Just to make sure like that. I know there's no metal face. I'm not using the metal stone faces for the 0G. Mine are old and a little loose and kind of annoying. So, personal decision. Okay, Ethan said do okay. So he switched his combo up and he didn't specify on his specific faceable type for the new one. I can always ask though. Okay, ETSG metal face Gravity Perseus R145 enough. So that's gonna have the blue and the purple here, which also could be a blue color match, blue, kind of like the other one, but I think the face bolt tip color match of the Gyarados is better than R145, which is not quite the same blue. And Gravity Perseus, they didn't specify which one, because I know one person wanted attack for like beat my combo or something. So what we're going to be doing is putting it with, where's the tape? This. I might as well just grab these two together. We're going to go with the blue, so we've got a nice blue. Bay. I think that one makes the most sense. They didn't specify what mode, but I don't know which mode is which. People tell me this mode, counter mode, defense mode. I just know open eyes Medusa and closed eyes Medusa. So here we go. Here's the bay. So that bay's completed. Shoot, blanking. Woolworks bay's completed. My bay's completed. Ethan's is completed. And we're missing attack tips on the two Gyarados bays. Okay. Let me check which bay is next, and then I'll check the chat. Okay, it's Rego. Cool. Back to the chat. Tobio's bay is Screw Capricorn M145Q. I like that. Engineering from Dark Capricorn and the M145Q from Storm Aquario. I dig that because Capricorn is fun, but it's kind of light with Storm, but Screw actually has some oomph to it. So when it bounces around, it's actually pretty cool. Oh, I need to put a metal face on that bay. Like, destroy it real quick. I'll do that. Nobody asked for Aquario, so I'm going to give it the Aquario metal face. That's the one. I try to color match the metal faces if I can. You get bonus points, though, if you want metal face and Aquario. Or Wolfers or Alpha. Because those are stickered. Why are they stickered? I don't know. I got them in a lot. Open Eyes Medusa's counter mode and Closed Eyes defense. Thank you. I'm going to try to remember that. Open eyes is counter mode. I guess that makes sense because you open eyes and you're countering, and then when you close them, you're not countering because Medusa's eyes are closed. Oh, okay. You know what? You might not be able to get... 85 is already in use. So you might have to settle here for the Dragonus one. Yeah, I forgot. I grabbed the 85 from that one because it matches the CS tip I'm using. Okay. Oh. So, you'll have to settle with the Dragonus colors for this one because of that. There's Rego 85XL. Now, Meteor Drago SA165 RDF is next. Always have to go Hasbro Meteor first. That works though, because the black and red one's the coolest. The problem is the brown and gray one's probably the least cool. SA165 RDF. I'm going to assume it's probably, yeah, Meteor hangs down, so it's definitely in skirt down mode. And then grab ourselves an RDF here. Did they ask for a metal face? No. Okay. They did. I would have given this one the wolf one. Here's Meteor SA165 RDF. Jinka's Bay is Tornado Pegasus T125 Hole Flat with the face bolt ninja runner from the Black Sun or Black Hole Big Bang. Also the Black T125 and a Black Hole Flat. Solid black or clear? Because there's I know there's obviously a Black Hole Flat. I think it's on like one of the Fury Capricorns, like the brown Fury Capricorn. But there is this cool it's not like pitch black, but the clear kind of gray black color for T125. It comes in the 0G Synchrom sets. Okay, next bay. Genbul SP230 MB. So we got dueling Genbul Beys. So I never actually put my stickers on my banded Genbul, but I still have everything for it if I ever wanted to. Just because I didn't before, I kind of just don't want to put the stickers on now. I'm kind of scared to. I feel like it'd become one of those bays I just never want to use. So here's Genbul, and then SP... Wait, is it SP230 or SR200? I put SP230. Okay, it is SP230 MB. That is off Bahambia. I swear someone wanted SR200. Okay, Bahambia. I don't know, I set you a point there. I almost did this in the 0G Stadium, but I changed my mind. I decided to just go standard BB10. SP230. Where did I set the Genbuls? They're there. Metal ball. This is not a bay I want to face, because I don't think I beat this. I want to face the people I can beat. Ryuga's Bay is Lightning El Drago 85 Giga Flat. The El Drago 1 face bolt and an image ring from the black golden El Drago, and the 85 spin track for Mercury Anubis in the Brave version. That's pretty cool. I think in like the anime and stuff, Giga Flat would probably be pretty sweet. I wish it was more practical in real life though, because even when I've used it, it just self KOs in the 0G Stadium. Maybe it'd be better with a heavy bay, but with like just stock, it's even there it self KOs. I like being able to use my 0G stuff. I like a balance, but I like having some 0G. It's nice. Okay. Next up, what is next? Borrow Gargoyle 100 RF. Okay, so now we have to put a borrow on the bottom, and I guess that is going to be... No, I have a choice here. I guess, because I think there's another... I need another Killer Ken. So I'm going to take apart the borrow that is yellow and purple. That goes with Killer Ken. Because I need the Killer Ken on the bottom of it to go on the bottom of something. I should still have Gargoyle taken apart. Oh, wait, it's part of the Be My Combo Bay. Crap. Oops. Okay, I'm going to take the other one apart then. No, I'm not, because it's on top. Okay, Be My Combo Bay is going to be temporarily taken apart. I got my thumbnail for it, though, so that's at least good. Okay, so borrow Gargoyle. And he wants 100. I think that is a 100. So I'm going to grab it. I always try to use my spare parts, especially when it's things like 100, if I can. So, here we go. Tip TBD, color-wise. Just because I want to wait and make sure I get the good ones. I'm going to put these here. Okay, next up. Duo Hades S130 SWD. I wish I had a cooler SWD color, but I do not. These two. Okay. Lightning. The Lightning Fusion Wall is from the standard Lightning El Drago. I guess there is the colored one, isn't there? A red and black Lightning El Drago would be pretty badass, though. Not gonna lie. Tsubasa is Earth Aquila 2125 EDS, and the face bolts from green Earth Aquila. Energy ring from Storm, that is the green one. Well, I guess actually it could be the green Earth Aquila. Okay, so that'd be the... Is that green or is it clear with the green fusion wheel? No matter. Energy ring from Storm Aquila. Fusion wheel from Standard Earth. 2125 EDS for Chronos. It's a good color combination. You should look into alternate universe, right? You should look into just colors, just in general, what you might like or think is cool, because you can technically dye and 3D print a lot of these, and you could get like a lot of custom colors if you really wanted. Jerry has like a boatload. They're pretty cool. S130 and SWD. SWD is not on a... No, it's not. There's some extra parts, The T125 doesn't canonically go on a bay. The SWD doesn't canonically go on a bay. I've got them in their box versions, so those are some of the parts that are left out. The 8145 also doesn't. The 160, the red 230, and the red WD didn't go on anything. Am I missing something? JSB, that's the other one. So here is, this should be in, you know what? I gotta check, make sure this isn't stamina mode, just to make sure. This one was also in attack mode. So they were both in attack mode. It felt off when I was holding it in my hand. I was like, this doesn't feel smooth. This feels like it's sticking out a little bit. And it was sticking out a little bit. I was right. Oops, wrong way. Okay. Feels much better. There's Hades, S130, SWD. It's cool saying SWD for once. A145 wide ball. I really like just stock rock Aries. I'm a big fan. H145 makes sense though, since it's also like a bull. Speaking of bull, the next bound list is Bull GB145 RS. I do not have a apart right now, so I gotta do that. Just stay twisted. Oh, I could do twisted fall. Does anybody want BD145? Yes, but it's not the one I want. I don't want to put the green BD145 on anything for this tournament because there's only one needed, and the person, I think this is Dancing Foxfire's Bay, wants BD145 EDS, and I'd rather use just the black EDS with the black BD145. I think that just makes more sense. Okay, here's Bull, and I could just grab yellow, solid yellow GB145, but I'm not gonna put like the black and red or black and yellow RS from Inferno Bixus, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to grab Cetus, regular old Cetus. This is a classic bay. Like, this is a classic bay from back in the day, so I want to make it as classic looking as possible and give it just a nice yellow Burger GB145 and the clear RS. Looks straight out of 2013. Akua's Counterland C145 wide ball. That one's probably the most interesting one to me, because counter is a very interesting part. Kellerkin GB145 WD from Ton. Okay. So now there's the other Kellerkin since I took it apart. There's GB145 WD, GB145 WD. Ooh, okay. This also wants a... for the sake of not taking anything extra apart that I don't need to, I'm going to go completely back on that Basalt Bull and give it the solid yellow one, which is also still more classic to me than the black one, even though the black one, you know what? Nah, let's go solid. It's gotta go yellow. It's gotta be yellow. Basalt Bull is a yellow GB145 bay. Oh, but that doesn't look as good. I just don't want to take part extra bays if I don't have to. Unless I'm really sacrificing colors. So I guess I will just go over and grab the gray one. That still looks pretty cool. This doesn't look bad or anything. And it got stuck. There we go. I stuck it. Okay. Here we go. This is it now. Gray. Killerkin is getting this one because this kind of color matches Killerkin's Face Bolt. Though I don't have a WD offhand, though I guess probably just grab the Flash Vegetarian one. That's a pretty solid one. Okay. Heavy Bay. Killerkin GB145 WD. Okay. Argo's Bay is Blitzgill 85 metal flat. I like that. Metal flat from Screw Layer. Yeah, I like that. Zio's Bay is Bakshin Bixus D125CS. That's a pretty cool bay. Demon 25 from Galaxy Cancer, CS from Flame Gemios. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. Which Bakishin is it? Is it the white Bakishin, the gray Bakishin, or the black Bakishin? Because there is the white and blue Bakishin. I know this is a darker blue than Bixus is, but you could technically, put Bixus on that. Or you could put it on gray or black. I assume it's probably the white or the gray one, but... Silver? Okay. Gotcha. Next Bay. Death Orso S130 CS. Okay. So this is interesting. Because I need another S130, so other Meteor Eldrog Guardians come apart. But on top of that, actually that doesn't have to come apart. I could technically do Spiral Hercules instead, but I think the silver S130 looks a bit cooler. Just my personal preference. Unless again the colors really match and well, I mean, if it's CS, you know what? Yeah, actually, if it's CS, I could do that. Because I think that's, what, the first CS outside of mine? Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, we're going to do that, actually. There you go. Put that bit back together. We are going to do that, because I have... Strikers is gray, so that actually color matches the Spiral Herculeo one. What a random base Spiral Herculeo is. Very, very random. Now the question is, do I want to go with an all gray out bay or brown for Orso or blue? But I've already got blue. Killikin and Lacerda are most assuredly not going to be brown. I mean, I could do the brown Lacerda, but I was going to do the bright one. Looks better with Cosmic. So I actually think I am going to go brown also. I could go all gray. And while I think that would be kind of cool, this is also a 0G heavy tournament. So that means half the bays are already gray. So I don't really want to add and have another gray bay. So I'm going to make this brown Orso on top instead of gray Orso. And you can go either way. I think the gray bay would look, a gray out would be pretty sick, but I got to give some color to the bays here. Check the chat again. Okay. Chimera user. Forbidden Chimera, free 230 flat ball. That's pretty cool. Reggie's base, Poison Serpent, R145 flat ball. That's interesting. That's one that I think it's hard to change and make better because the things kind of really are there for Serpent. And Serpent never got an upgrade like Flash Sagittarius where there's like another option that it's had, It's always been SW145. Even a lot of the alts like Flame Serpent have. I do like R145 though, I'm a fan of that. Revisor Killerkin, BD145 EDS. Okay. So that means the perfect, because Gorium is a part, so that means there's a revisor somewhere. I have to find it, but it's somewhere. There it is, under E23. So, ooh, okay, we got some options here. So we can take apart either orange or green. What makes this interesting, though, is that we have a couple green face bolted bays. Like that aqua color with the Gyarados. But we also have a couple of orange bays. We have a little bit more orange though than green, so I'm going to choose green and take a green Killerkin for this one. And this is... Maybe that... Oh man. I should have realized that ahead of time. Do I have another kill? I don't have another Killerkin, because the shiny 0G bays that I don't really take out are Sarumandah, Revisor, another Ephrid, and a Nerosia. So I'm not looking to take apart a well, obviously Revisor's not going to that, but there's not a Killerkin in there. I forget if there's another Killerkin in the 0G Rand boosters besides the ones I have. But we're going to do some more switching up, so Twisted Tempo, yeah. We're going to flip the Twisteds because we're grabbing a green VD145. I didn't expect to grab it. I was like, there's no reason not to do that VD145 ETS combo, but then looking at green Killerkin on top, and it just makes more sense, I think, to do green VD145. And then go green EDS from Kronos. And then there's that. Okay. Very picky about my parts. There's the tool. Okay, so that's just a twisted swap, nothing to see there. And then that's a sharp EDS. Okay, that'll be pretty sharp. Okay. Revisor Killerkin, BD145 EDS. One more bay only. I'm gonna put tempo back together while I'm at it. Why did I take the WD off of it? Sheen's Bay is Night Honest. That's pretty big. Banner on BD, but the Integering core jar from the Skeleton Orion. While the Metal Fusion wheel is from Standard Orion. I like the Standard Orion's Fusion wheel. I like the lavender color it is. Okay. Tempo's back together. Cosmic Lacerda downforce 105 R squared F. Okay. We're actually going to do this one, I think. And then I need a Cosmic. I don't think it matters which one I get because they're both the same. There is the Brown Lacerda, which I like. I don't have Thunder Lacerda. I saw at one point there was a deal, somebody was selling both of them together, the Galaxy and that, but I ended up just getting the Galaxy separate. A different time. Okay, and we're going to stick this downforce 105 because I think I can pair it nicely with the, I think these two actually go together. Shout out to anybody who makes bays with parts that go together because it's really nice when they do that. Okay, here we go. So this one is the first bay to have its R squared F on it because it matches. Okay, so Helio needs RF. Jerry and Double Battle Bros need R squared F. Okay. So R145 and H145 are both pretty orange. Oh, that's not here it is. I think what we're just going to do is go the simple getting Fang Leon for one. It's going to be Double Battle Bros gets that one. Jerry's going to get the black one from El Drago. And then we have Gargoyle. That was just RF, right? You only wanted RF? I hate Beyblades too. They suck. I never got the bay I won from Exotic. I don't really care too much. It's just a burst bay, but there we go. There's RF. Okay, so I think that means all the bays are just together, straight up. Yeah. Okay, so let's go through these here. Yeah. Yeah, in your position, I'd probably take an X-Bay over Metal Fight. Okay. Bays. Oh, wait, let me make sure Metal Phases are in order. Metal Phase Duo Hades, okay. Hades is a red face bolt. So I'm going to stick the wolf one on it. That's not the wolf one. This, nope, that's not the wolf one. There we go, that's the wolf one. Okay. Basalt Bull also needs a metal face. That might just have to get a regular metal face, to be honest. Let's look. Does the Zarafa one look any good? Not really. Grab the not Zarafa one. Okay. Is that it for the metal faces? Oh, shoot. Okay. I gotta make another adjustment. Okay, looking at the chat again. Specialist to mystery. I think that's a good choice, Jerry. You just better hope that the mystery is good. But if you already have basically all the metal plate stuff you could need, then there's no real downside on that, honestly. Especially if the other person would prefer that. Okay. We had a request for Wyvang. So I gotta do that real quick. It's not Revisor on the bottom. We were so close. It is Wyvang on the bottom. I think Erosia looks really cool. I wish it wasn't terrible. Okay. Honestly, I don't want to spend the money on X. That's my biggest thing. Okay, well, let me go back up 2 real quick. I forgot to read the other Cosmo Maker chat. AU Madoka Bay, Dark Cancer 8145 flat ball, Fusion Cancer 8145 flat ball, Fusion Cancer BD 145 flat ball. Ooh, that's tough. I like the idea of Fusion Cancer with the red 8145 and a red flat ball. Similar to the, which bay was it? Similar to the Nightmare Lacerda. Vulcan Herculeo. I forget if I've seen that one anytime recently. Well, actually, I haven't checked, so never mind. There's a few things that I want. I don't have everything yet. But I don't wheel and deal like you do, and it's also way more expensive to wheel and deal. Okay. We got all the metal faces. Storm Aquario 105 HFS or Storm Aquario Final Survive. Okay, so Beys. We have reigning champion Wolborg MS, who is MIA currently, with Borrow Gorem SA165 metal flat. We have me with Gimbal 85 CS. We have Double Battle Bros with Pegasus Gyarados Shiny H145 R2F. We have Ethan Calbeck with Duo Capricorn. Left Wing 160 Metal Spike. ETSG with Metal Face Gravity Destroyer. R145 Metal Flat. Then Storymaker Roleplayer, or Cosmo Maker, with Raygill 85XF, with the Draconis one, since one of the XF, or one of the 85s is already used. Jerry with Ballrobe Gyarados, R145, R2F. Then Mass with Meteor Eldrago, SA165 RDF. I'll go over and check the modes again on all of these before we stop. Helio Z with Balro Gargoyle. Jerry's trolling Helio in the comments, and I really thought he'd be like, Gargoyle! Instead. 100 RF. Cool seeing Gargoyle used. Aking Blader with Duo Hades. S130. SWD. Cool to see SWD used. In Touch with Basalt Bull. GB145 RS. Then we got Ton with Killerkin, GB145, WD. I like this one. I like the colors of it. I like the yellow. Part of that is me. I put that Killerkin on it, though. SMWL Beta with Death Orso. S130 CS. In defense mode for now. Attack mode if there's 0 shot at that getting stamina. Dancing Foxfire with Revisor Killerkin, which is not Killerkin, but Wyvang. BD145 EDS. And last but not least, Rockrai Blader, the Master of Hockey, with Cosmic Lacerda, Downforce 105 R2. Okay, back to the chat. Gotta read. Eugenbull. Yes, Ethan literally was like, made a flame Capricorn in his bay. Is that not the coolest thing ever? The only thing would be cooler if it was like Flash, but Flash would suck, so I understand why I didn't do that. Flash or Scythe, maybe. Those would be the only two that I think are closer, you know, because they're big. But you'll see zero complaints from me having a goat bay, essentially. I should start using the term fossiled. Flash on stamina mode. I actually do have a great idea, though, based off of this for Beat My Combo. I was thinking attack mode Flash 160 Metal Spike. That'd be a fantastic Beat My Combo. I already want to do that. I want to have Phantom attack mode, and I want that Fang Bay that I think it was Flog did. That was in the last episode. Fang Leon SA 160 or not say Left Wing 160. I think it was Blade Semi Flat, just Dragoon's bottom. That bay was fun. I just need to make 0G bays for the 0G stadium, or maybe non 0G bays. Who knows? But that's a little bit easier, honestly. Fossil Predator. I like that move. Maybe you'll pull off a Fossil Predator. Okay, you could possibly beat Cosmic Lacerda and Meteor Eldrago, and maybe even Destroyer. I think everything else... Well, you know what? You might be able to Tornado stall a Basalt Bowl, too. If it doesn't get aggressive and move outwards a little bit and hit you as you're spinning near the edge of the stadium. I think everything else, you're going to get fossiled. That's probably the same for all those bays. They're in the bucket with each other, with the exception of Basalt Bowl, because it could definitely handle, or at least has a chance at handling the attack base, the big attack base. But how do I like my chances is the question. That's really what's important here. I don't know if I beat Wolvor on paper. I don't beat that Gimbal combo, and I'm scared about that beating 145 ADS combo. I'm also scared about Killerkin. I think I can beat some of these bays. I think the ones that are really stamina-oriented, I can't. I do not. I also have not used Screw in Corner in a long time because that was a very, very old... it summons ES on the Achilles combo. I haven't used it in a while because it's just kind of outclassed, and I care a little bit too much about winning to go with that one specifically. A classic combo though. I think I did that for the first Beat My Combo, didn't I? No, I didn't. I did Meteor Dragon 145 Extreme Flat, which was the OG CBT bay. I would like to be more loyal to just... I gotta win. Winning is what matters. Okay. How long have I actually been live? Is the question. I have that now. So it's been 48 minutes. Okay. Chat suggestions. AKA the two people in the chat. What should we do? I hate to stream for under an hour. I'd at least like to get an hour and a half or something. Make it more worthwhile. So... So I never had that as a partner bait. It was just a combo I made because XF is fast. And then... No, I use wide flat. Sorry, originally I used wide flat. People who are good launches can launch wide flat strong. Draft value, okay. That's a good consideration. People can launch wide flat strongly. And then Screw J-Blader used and did pretty well, and so I was like, well, Screw's better than Media for attack. But it wasn't any type of like, this was my partner bay. It was just, I was trying to win a tournament. It just happened to win an early tournament back in the day. I also won I won 2 back-to-back, and then got a couple wins into a third, I think is what it was. And Exotics King. I don't have one, because I like too many things. I like switching my combos around. I do really like my Phantom Acquire SA165 Metal Ball, though, that I've been using in 4D. I think that base's fun. And it's been doing really well for me. And I love the Aqua Aquario. Okay, Jerry, you want a draft battle. Let me... Do I want to put these parts away? No. Okay, question, what rules do you want, Jerry? There's 4D, there's 0G, there's regular, We could go into 0G Stadium. We could go into BB10. What combo resonates for me is the one that wins. Limited, okay. Fair, fair. Limited is the easiest. What stadium? BB10 or 0G? It was raining earlier and it has stopped. Thankfully, I like to walk later. Can't walk if it's raining. Regular, okay. Basic ass Jerry going limited and BB10. I like limited and I like BB10 though, so there's no complaints. What Beys? How are we gonna pick the Beys? Because half of them are apart right now. I need to get double battle bros over so we can do a draft battle. I think that'd be fun. That'd be interesting. Grab some randomly off the shelf, okay. What random Beys do I want to just... okay. Let me, I'm not going to pick based off of any, like, parts. I'm going to go solely based off of what I'm in the mood to look at right now. Okay. Thermal Gemios, because I haven't used it in a really long time. I'll move two. Let cosplay, okay. Yeah, Stock Bay, to be specific. I like the BB10, but I really like the 0G. We could also just go back and forth picking Beys here. Hell Herculeo 100 XF. I don't have Hell Herculeo. That's a good pick, though. I've got the Herculeo, I've got the green Herculeo Clearwell, but I don't have that Bay, so. Yeah, Hell's a bit much. That's not limited, either, technically. Rock Leon? Okay. We're gonna go 2-pack Leon. Pick another one, Cosmo. CyberQuera 105 RF. Okay. That's a good one. Cyber. I'll move this. Yeah, I'm gonna move the camera after we pick all of them, and I start taking them apart. Okay. What Bay do I want to look at? What am I feeling here? What am I feeling? You know, what's really calling out to me is Inferno Sagittario. Okay, you each pick another Bay. Hasbro Hades. That Bay is apart. Ray Serpent and 145 MS. Okay, I can do that. As long as M145 and MS aren't together, that's, you know, fine. And since it's a draft battle, they're not going to be together. Yeah, Hades is taken apart. Honestly, I'd have to take a lot of the Bays, but that Striker's apart, Liar's apart, Screw Capricorn's apart, both Zarafas are apart, Evil Pisces, okay. Back here, okay. Okay, so we've got, this is an interesting batch of Bays. How about the purple Flame Sagittario? We don't have a purple Bay yet. Dark Libra, okay. That works too. Jerry, your next one. Vulcan Herusius. I had to make sure that wasn't Herosian for a second. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. We need 2 more bays. What 2 should we go with? Actually, no. Wait. Flame Vixus. Jared, give me more. Wait. I'm trying to think. I might actually have a better idea for this. I've got a better idea. We're going to do... I'm going to make 2 random bays out of the spare parts. Because I don't always get to use the spare parts. So I'm just going to, like, pick some random stuff that looks cool. Okay. We're going to grab... I wish I had cancer face bolts. That'd be really nice. Oh, okay. What's some cool parts here? Oh, yeah, that. This, absolutely. Ooh, what fusion one? Let's go with this one. Because this one's kind of random. And I really feel like there needs to be a red here. So we're going to go that with this face bolt. No, that's too basic. I gotta go with parts that are stuck on the shelf and only on the shelf. Okay, so for first off, okay. Thunder Gemios 160 JSB. We don't always get the chance to use some of these 0G-ish parts, though. Gotta take advantage. Oh, that's a good one. This is a great one here. I need a track. What's an extra track that would be good? I don't have many options here. Let's go with... Do I want to go with this one? Yeah, let's go with this one because I think it'd be a bit different than some of what we have. Not entirely, but a little bit. What other colors are we missing? I am missing a red. I don't have a true red. But I guess we're going to have to avoid that because I got to use something unique. Yeah, actually, I just used it recently, but it's down here. That might be pretty cool. I think that kind of fit, and that's another part that doesn't get used as much. And then how about this? Because this is also kind of different than normal. Okay, here we go. Other bay number 11. Whoops. Now I have it together properly. Fury Fox. SW145 wide semi-flat. Is that acceptable? Come on, computer. Back on. My computer turned off and reset my dashboard, so I have to refresh that to look at the comments again. Come on. There we go. Okay. Okay. I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick before we start, and then I will move the camera and start taking the bays apart. And I'll be behind the camera, so that'll be a little bit easier for me to look at things too. Okay, be right back. Okay, we're back. So let me move my computer over here and then move this over here for now. And tilt that downwards. Let's start taking apart some bays and setting them up. So bring them all. Yes, phone. I know I'm live. PD145 WD. It's probably not your Wi-Fi, it's probably mine. My Wi-Fi can get really bad occasionally. Just randomly start to drop. Actually, I'd probably check from the chat. Because it's buffering on thingy. Oh, wait, let me put a evil Pisces back. Vulcan, Roosevelt, WD, move over a bit. You just gotta wait it out. We're getting fiber installed. And I'm so happy because we've had Wi-Fi troubles forever. But you know, it takes some time, so this is gonna be interesting. There's a lot of like really mediocre parts here. There's definitely some good things you can stack though. WD, RF, rock, flame and Vulcan, or flame and thermal, Vulcan. I figure this is a great opportunity to really use like the shelf parts. Because some of those things like 160, since the 0G locked, you know, they are not anything that ever gets put into a draft battle. I don't really want to take 1,000 bays apart to make a theoretically perfect draft or draft board. Okay, so I only have a few more spots on the right, and then I gotta go more left again. Or I can just move this over a little bit. There we go. There we go. Let me check my... So my download speeds are really good right now. And it's probably going to say there's like 0 upload speeds. We have double Sagittarius. No, it says they're good. Okay. Maybe some of it is on your end then. Mine was getting laggy for a bit and it's showing, but... The part on the right... Fury? Do you mean Fury? Or do you mean Ray? I'm adding bays as I go, so... JSB. JSB is quite the part. It's another one would be used ever. Okay. Rock Leone. Rock Leone's a solid bay overall for this. Okay, 2 more bays. Got Inferno Sagittario and Thermal Gemios. I realize now that there are 2 Gemios. I think there should be just enough room here. Yeah, sweet. It says Analytic. What about stream settings? No, that's not going to do anything. I think sometimes there's a thing that tells you like the health of your stream. I have no idea how to look at that, to be honest. Definitely not stream settings. Channel level settings, that's not it. That's not send feedback. I have no idea. I will say it does look laggy when I look at my stream thingy. Although now it kind of bounced back. It's saying my internet speeds they were good, so I don't really know exactly what the issue would be. And I am... I can't say I know what the issue is. Okay, Jerry. Do you want to pick one or pick two? Don't move that much. I can need to move that. Move this probably a little bit to the side, maybe. Turn this off. I don't need it on right now. What do you mean? Oh. Oh, you want a picture? I can't. The phone is... Well, actually, you know what? The best I can do is that screenshot. My phone is the thing. Huh. It is what is streaming right now. Pick two? Okay. Oh, what do I want to pick one? So I think I've got like two options. I just got to decide which one I think is better. I feel like this is a little bit risky, but I like having fun. Because I think this tip might be questionable, like this specific one, but I don't know. I feel it on the board. I think I've got good options. I'm going to go rubber flat. I'm going to take the attack tip off the board. You watching this stream is so behind. It's funny. I think it's a little risky, but we'll see. I think the biggest thing is this RF tip almost looks like it's a little bit like punched in or sticking out on one side. But what two bays would you like? WD and thermal. Okay. Good picks, good picks. Put them over here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take Vulcan because that's obviously the good attack wheel. And then I'm going to take... What is the most important thing here? I'm going to take SD. I'm going to take SD. One of five in flame. Good choices, good choices. Okay, I definitely need to get my fusion wheels in check here, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and grab Evil and Rock. Also, thank you, Cosmo, for helping us pick the bays. It is more fun doing that. I could try to draft battle with you after if you'd like. I'm usually very picky with it, though. Yeah. You had Thermal Flame. Rain Thunder. Okay. Are any of these so good on the board left that I feel like I need to have them? I think the answer is no. So I'm going to go with... Oh, you know what? No, I cannot let you do it. I'm taking 160 Metal Spike. Got the right things. I might take Fury at the end unless Jerry gets it. Or Jerry wants it badly. I cannot let you. I'm glad I got 160. I really wanted that. T125 and D. Okay. Well, first of all, give me wide ball. And then, what other part do I want? So give me ED 145. One of the ED 145. Do you prefer Cosmo? Do you prefer Cyber or do you prefer Fury? Which one do you like more? Sheer curiosity. ED 145 and the flattest S-tip. The flattest S-tip is easily that Thermal Gemius one, without a doubt. I don't even have to check that. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, do I want to do that? Oh, I've got an idea. I've got an idea. I'm trying to think on like what the odds are of you taking this part. But I kind of think it'd be fun anyway. Okay, you like Cyber more. Okay. Oh, I don't know if I want to do it or not. Shoot. This is tough. I've got an idea. You know what? This is a stream draft battle. The point is to have fun. So, fuck it. Give me wide, semi-flat, and give me Inferno. I've got a banger idea. Fury does look pretty cool, honestly. Oh, okay, sweet. I made the right choice. Oh, thank goodness. I made the right decision here. It is Jerry's pick. It snakes back and forth, so you basically get 2 picks in a row after the first pick. SW145 JSB. Okay, cool. Okay, so I'm going to go with... Well, I want C145 for one of my picks. I do agree with that pick, Cosmo. I like C145. And we got a boatload of 145s. A 145s and an M145. We each have one more fusion wheel. Looking at my parts here, though. And the question is what I want to grab. Okay. This feels kind of like a weird decision with what's on the board, but I'm actually going to go ahead and pick Dark as my other. So C145 and Dark. Jerry, it's your turn. I've got wide ball, rubber flat, semi-defense, metal spike, and wide semi-flat as my 5. You do not need to pick any more tips. And I just grabbed my fusion wheels too. But I went C145 Dark the last pick, and that gives me 5 wheels. I know I've got attack parts also, Cosmo, but I got a plan here, and I think Cyber or Fury, we get stuck with one of the stamina pieces, so I think I'd rather have Dark in that sense. Now it is your pick, Chair, with what is on the board. Your 2 picks. This is such a weird draft. This is such a random hodgepodge. Fury and Gemios pink. Yeah, I was gonna give you the pink Gemios if you specified Gemios. I don't know if they're gonna go together. Hair. Okay. What do I need? What is important for me here? Give me Aquarium. Give me Fox because they look cool. Okay. Your turn, Jerry. What tracks are left, or what tracks do I have? I have C145, ED145, and 160. On the board, it's a bunch of 145s and M145. And then you got T125, ED145, SW145. Yeah, I've got C145, ED145, 160. These. We're both looking at 145s or the M145. I'd probably just go clear wheels. That's really all that's left worth picking. Leon and the purple. Ah, you took the purple one. That I would have gone next. Ooh, what do I want? I could go Rusius, that's pretty cool, but I'm gonna go Gemios, the orange one, to stick inside my Vulcan. And give me Pisces. Okay. Your pick. The purple one was Sagittaria 1. I separate spin tracks into 2 words. Serpent and Libra. Okay. So, okay. So since I'm the, okay, so next pick, that leaves me with whatever is left between spin tracks, basically, because you don't need an energy ring, and I don't need a fusion or a tip, so I am going to take the gold 145, and I'm going to take M145. Let's go. Oh, it's a little bit looser than I'd like, but that's okay. I can deal with it. By the way, Cosmo, for if you want to try this next, we basically go back and forth picking pieces until we can make 5 bays. Do you want Sagittario or wait? Okay, no, you don't need energy drink. So I'm gonna go take Carusius as my other one. And you picked, yeah, you get Fury. Do you want yellow or orange 145 as your last? And I'm gonna give you the purple / bluish S tip because it's new, so it's sharper. Unless you want the red one specifically. I guess the red one isn't used much, so it's pretty sharp too. But I think the purple one's maybe slightly sharper. I picked M145. I'll just put this back there. I want to make the greatest bay in the world. Okay. It's technically blue, but yeah. That one's a bit smarter. Yellow or orange 145? Yellow. Okay. Start making your bays, Jerry. Or in this case, I guess kind of theorizing them, kind of. Okay, I think I got some ideas here. Oh, do I want to... What bay has it realistically? I think this seems like... I kind of like that, but... Okay, if you have any questions, you can ask. The biggest thing is if somebody has picked... Because we take 11 bays, we pick 5 each, right, to make 5 each. So there's 1 left on the board. If somebody's picked all their fusion wheels or their tips or their spin tracks, the strategy is to make sure to not pick those afterwards because you can't get sniped on them, you know, if they've already filled up the max. Okay. Do I want that and this? Now I'm going to go the other way. Put these two together. I can almost make evil Pisces. Nothing on here is a low part. How stupid do I want to be? I'm thinking this. I definitely want you on this one. So that leaves... Oh, this is gonna be goofy. This is gonna be really goofy. I think if you win this one, Jerry, it's gonna be on the back of Flame and Thermal and getting really good spin tracks, while I don't have as good of spin tracks. Oh. And I guess these are good. That's a funny day. Okay. I have my 5 bays made. Let me order them real quick. I have no strategy here, by the way. Okay, this is my... Okay. Okay. I have my 5. Okay. So Jerry put in Fury Gemios 145S. My first one is Vulcan Gemios 145 RF. His second is Thermaleon 105 WD. Mine is Rock Aquario C145 wide ball. Ray Libra T125 JSB. Dark Fox ED145 SD. Flame Sagittarius ED145D. Evil Pisces 160 Metal Spike. And last but not least, at the end, Thunder Serpent SW145 Blunt S. And Inferno Cerusius M145 wide semi-flat. Okay, let me make these bays. Fury Gemios. Oh, okay, no, the other two, we each have a Gemios. Okay, Fury Gemios 145S. I had no strategy here. I didn't want to think. But I decided, yeah, I when I made the wide semi-flat Inferno pick, I knew I needed to get them together. And I was like, I want to put these on M145 because I think it'd be really funny instead of just using 145 because that's boring. So let me move these out here. I'll turn this light on so there's some light here too. Okay. Next, Thermal Ion 105 WD. That's a very good combo. I think you got the advantage over Rock here. But you never know. Rock's aggressive too. And then Cyber did not get chosen. I think that just kind of had to go with what was left. Cyber getting with the Cyber Fury with the stamina tip. Ray Libra 225 JSB. JSB. I like Ray. I like this. I like the idea of this one, putting Ray with JSB. I made not Flame Capricorn. Flame Sagittarius D145D. That'll be interesting. Yes, this was the custom Flame Sagittario that I made with Griff's bottom because Griff is shiny, so I don't want to take it out of the bag. Oh, this reminds me of Dark Lord Drags combo in a tournament. I'm pretty sure he had ED145D for something. And then Thunder Serpent. That kind of feels right, honestly. It just feels right. SW145. Aggressive S. Or Blunt S, really. That's fair. I think I typically just end up classifying as just whatever they are. Or whatever they act like. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is turn this way. And then turn it back this way. And we're going to flip the light. Or you can just pop off. We're going to bring this here. Actually, no, we're going to stick the computer behind the light on the chair so Bey doesn't come up and hit it. Because, like, Rock is way more attack than it is defense, frankly. Okay. Actually, we are going to move this sideways. Move the Beys behind me, or next to me. And we are going to move the stadium over, because I need a better launch angle. Okay, there we go. Okay. You guys ready for this? So we got Fury Gemios from Jerry. 145S versus Vulcan Gemios. 145 RF. I'm glad I'm not stuck against something really tiny. That's my happiness here for this one. I got scared for a second there. I got genuinely scared for a second. Also going to turn this a little bit over the side so it's not my eyes when I look at the computer. Move this over here too so it's not in my way. Okay, so this runs out of steam quickly, but it does get a lot of recoil and it hits pretty hard at the first hit, so. I had literally no strategy when I made this. I was just like, let's put Vulcan first. The only strategy I had was Inferno was going in the back. That's my ace in the hole for tied. There's a chance you beat this though. Oh, this RF is questionable. I said that when I made my choice. I was like, this is a question. I'm gonna go with it. If I didn't, I probably would have gone first. Okay, Jerry's preparing for the sweep here now. So Jerry's up 1-0. Might be 2-0 here. Unless we get some KOs. Or Claire can be non-aggressive. Jerry with the certified Blader Spirit. I'm starting to get hungry. I'm gonna have to hold up though. Let's go! Rock Aquario for the win! Okay. Awesome job, Rock Aquario. You're going in first this time. We'll put that there to the test, Cosmo. You're going to need a lot of Blader Spirit to get out of round 1, depending on what the brackets are. Maybe you won't need a lot of Blader Spirit if you get a favorable bracket. What if all the non-zero G-Bays are in a bracket together? That'd be funny. Actually, I might just redo it if that was the case. Okay, now this time, Thermal Leon looked a lot better. That was interesting because both won by a sizable enough margin that, like, it's not really a, just a pure, oh, this bay was launched in first type of win. They were both really loose. Almost lined him up. Oh, let's go. Yeah, it's so over. But not for me, haha. I trust Rock Aquario can get the job done. Rock C145 is a banger combination. That's a certified classic. So is Earth C145. On a scale of 1 to 5. I'm just gonna go from a pure limited perspective like this, because if you're counting 0G like synchron bays, then it's probably like a 2 or 3 just because it's light, but against limited bays, I like your bay. I would probably rank it like a 7-ish because XF has enough power to really get a lot of KOs. But it's definitely not perfect. And it's going to get walled by 230. Yep. Launched him on top. I'll do that again. Let's go, Aquario! Oh, knocked you into the air. And then we stop. I don't know if I like this or I don't like this. Because on one hand, maybe you'll get to the triangle pattern eventually, like the first match. But on the other hand, it's like, we're not hitting each other. And I don't think I purely out stamina on nothing. But you never know. My Rock Aquario is pretty good, as we've seen. Destabilize, let's go! Come on! Get under Aquario. So close. I think I was hurt by the fact that it was just not aggressive that time for some reason. It just decided it's not going to spin around like an aggressive tip. Okay. Well, we got Dark Libra, essentially. Dark Libra with a Fox Ninja ring against Ray Libra. I think Lightning's better than Ray. Lightning is really, really good. I think Lightning is, even as a stock bay, because Whole Flat is not the fastest tip in the world, but as just a stock bay, Lightning hits so hard and it's low. Oh boy. Okay, so I'm learning right now that maybe ED145, maybe that's part of the reason here, but it looks like a Ray. Or also could be SD's a bit worn and that JSB is barely used, but something is causing definitely the SD to not be as strong in stamina department as I expected. I just don't know if it's... Oh, that was close. I don't know if it's because this is a worn out SD or if it's Dark versus Ray for stamina. Got a good launch for Jerry. Rock just did not want to cooperate with me. It's a beautiful looking bay though. Like, come on. This is a fantastic looking bay. Though this one also is 2 for Jerry. I like that combination. Both are pretty sexy. Nothing is sexier than this bay. Oh man. Wow. I'm staying alive by the skin of my teeth. Yeah, Dark is bad. I don't think Cyber would have been much better though in this case, if I'm being honest. Can we laugh about the fact that the only part of Inferno Sagittario that was not picked, or that was picked, was Inferno? Nobody wanted its orange 145, and nobody wanted its red S-tip. I mean, the next battle... Ooh. Okay, actually, no, I'm not looking past to the next battle. I think Dark is the exact definition of mid. Okay. I did not get swept. Whew. And I flipped these by accident. There we go. So Jerry's up 2-1. But Jerry is in trouble here. Because the next bay is basically the GOAT. What's mid? Shield mode, activate. That was just a fluke. That was just a fluke. Jerry, what is the most mid fusion wheel? Maybe Thunder could take the mantle. Thunder's kind of mid, but Thunder maybe could be better than mid. That's what I mean. Like, Dark is the most, like, decent. It's not terrible at anything, but it's not really good at anything. It kind of does rely on what parts with it. See, I think Rock is better than average because Rock has solid stamina, at least depending on what you pair it with. Its defense isn't great, but it's got good attack. It's not the best. That M145 did not stay on. I consider Rock to be a little bit better because it's generally, I think, above average. I think Evil might be slightly... I guess Evil could make an argument for mid, but I consider it a bit above average. Okay, so now it's time, Evil Pisces. shield mode! Block its attacks! Rip. Okay, Jerry takes that officially. But we still have one more battle left. Rock does have too much recoil for defense, but that gives a good attack. You might have won the battle, Jerry. You might have won the war, really, but did anybody make a better Bay than Inferno Harusius here? I think not. This Bay is ridiculous. Sure, I'll hear another technique about your Bay. We are switching strategies here. R.I.P. Inferno Harusius. It was fun while it lasted. Okay, these bays gotta go back together. One special Volt Vortex attack and a second special attack called Dive Attack. My Blader Spirit clearly wasn't strong enough. I really thought I had that last one in the bag at the very least. That's okay. Inferno Harusius is always going to hold a special place in my heart. Okay. I can already put Inferno Sagittario back together since nobody wanted anything else from it. Okay. Inferno Sagittario back together. Where the next limited CBT is going to be loser moves on, and I'm going to enter that combo. It's going to be amazing. Trust me. It was just bad luck. That's all it was. Thunder is too defensive. You're using sorcery and a Blader Spirit to make sure my attacks didn't land. Okay, I think Evil Pisces. Forgot, technically it wasn't Dark Libra, it was the wrong colored spin track too. But Evil Pisces, ED145 is the same color scheme. But those two back together. ED145 SD. You took it to be not part yet. Thermal, there it is. Thermal Leon. You had a good draft. I think I probably shouldn't have gone with RF. And I knew it was risky, but I thought it'd be fun. This is a stream CBT. No, the only luck in Beyblade is when you get shafted in the brackets video of the limited format CBT or any of the CBTs. That's the only luck there is. Because yeah, it's gonna be hard to win when if Ray Gill gets matched up against a 4D Bay or something right away, or like Gimbal, where it probably has literally a 0 chance to KO. But outside of that, there is no luck. It's all Blader Spirit. Okay. These are mostly back together. This was pretty quick. Sometimes it takes a little bit. That was tight. There's Fury. These were bays that were on the side. Rock Leon. Put Ray Serpent back together. Ray Serpent was missing its MS for a little bit, and then I found it. Ooh. So Gil's dead. So that makes me think it'd be part ghost, right? Because it's bones, At that point, I think it's a fossil, so it's got to be rock, right? Not actually ghost. Yeah, because it's a fossil, so it'd be rock. I think it'd be rock. I kind of feel like poison. I feel like it could be a rock poison type. That's my feeling. It's got to at least be a rock type because it's a fossil. First I was thinking undead, and I was like, wait a second, there's fossils in Pokemon. That is not it. Okay, thermal, back together. I hadn't used thermal Gemios in a bit. It'd been a minute. I had not purposely avoided, I just think it's kind of an ugly bay. Rusius back together. And put the RF on this bay, because Thunder was an extra piece, Gemios was an extra piece, Burrow was an extra piece, 160 was an extra piece, JSB was an extra piece, Fox and 170 flat were extra pieces. So that is, let me put these back real quick and we can start again. Okay, Burrow goes there roughly, close enough. Right, goes there. Leon goes here. Pisces back here. Sagittario over here. Thermal goes up there. Libra goes over here. Aquario over here. Let's just go around there. Okay, Cosmo, do you want a chance at doing one of these, or do you want to pass? Rock water, because he's okay. Ah, okay. I did not know that. That would make sense then too. I think rock water would work. I think it's just how Gil is, you know, Garcia. I was thinking that, but technically all the fossils are undead, aren't they? So, Garcia just makes it feel like poison. Okay, I'll hear you out. You versus Cosmo? I'd do that. I'd host that. If he wants to. Or Rock Electric, because Ray could also be Lightning Plasma. Okay. Do you want to pick the same... want to pick Beys the same way as last time? Or do you want me to pick them? I feel like how we did last time, going back and forth, could be fun. And also, do we want to do limited again? Technically, could do 0G. It doesn't have to be Synchro either. It could just be 0G. I think I've got enough 0G line. Wait, actually, do I have enough 0G line now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, there might not be technically enough 0G. Limited? Okay. We'll do limited then. Okay, so I've got some ideas here. I've got some ideas for cool bays. So, Striker is a bay whose tip is being used, but I've got an extra of the tip. So I'm thinking let's go Striker for a bay. Okay, yeah, I'll pick them. I think Striker would be a cool bay. Let's see what else. How about Storm Leon? That's a cool one too. I'm gonna try to get some balance in here. Okay. Let's see here. How about Jerry, what do you think about pre-hybrid? I'm asking you because you know about balance. Would pre-hybrid, do you think pre-hybrid is fine? Oh, I want this. This would be fun. Fang Leon. This is a worn one W2D, by the way. It's very worn. But I think Fang would be a fun part. I don't think, and the thing is, the whole rule about switching is because they're Like, usually those things were broken. These are less broken. So it'd be a bit... Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It has to run off Veldraga rules, but they're not that broken, so it's a bit awkward. I'll pass them, and we'll do it into something else. I'll see if I want to put an Eldraga or not. I'll think about it. Fang Leon, though. Worn wide WTG, but Fang Leon is fun. I want some color balance. How about... Yeah, how about we go Nightmare Rex? Let's go Nightmare Rex. So we got low, middle, and high Beys. Don't have a true attack piece at the moment. Might want to add one of those. Actually, you know what? Let's go Burn Scorpio. I think that'd be a good one. Because it's got an interesting grouping of parts. Any objections so far? Huh. I think the other thing is because Gil's purple. Like, Gil's naturally purple, so it feels poisony. Okay. Ooh. Oh, do I want one of these two? Do I want one of these two or both of these two? No, I'm going to go just for this one. Poison Pegasus, because I think it's a cool looking bay. No other reason. How about blue Bakshin Susanoo? I think that's a solid one too. There's 4 left. There's nothing I love more than picking for these. Okay. Ooh, I like that. Oh, that's kind of similar to that one. That's kind of similar to that one, but I think that's okay. I want to go Tornado Herculeo, because I think Tornado is a fun piece. So there is whole flat and wide flat and rubber flat. So we've got a good amount of attack here. So I think, because there's a good amount of attack, maybe... Ooh. What else would be... How do I want to round this off? I've got a little limited selection here, because some things are being used up. Let me think on this for a second. Which one would I want to do? I think I'd want to still go with this one. I'm going to grab out green Grand Cetus. So there's an RS to go with CS. There's a couple defense tips here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 2 more. What are missing here? What is really missing? I don't see a lot of like great stamina. So I feel like it might be a good idea to go kind of stamina-ish with these last 2. I was hoping for something blue, but I don't really have anything blue that like fits. So no blue. Oh wait, you know, I could make a bay with the excess parts. That's a good idea. Okay. This. That. Oh no, not this. No. This. Yeah. Let's do this. Okay, we got a custom bay coming. I just gotta pick a tip here. Oh, I don't know. Could throw a curveball and go like crazy-ish attack, but actually, what tips are just sitting around? Are there any extra tips sitting around that aren't being used? Oh yeah, let's do that. Okay. And I want to go. Okay, so last 2. Custom Flame Virgo. 8145 RSF. Get another defense tip in there with some of these attacks. And could you please not Turn off computer. It's really annoying. And then Earth Eagle. I think it'd be good to get an Earth Bane there. Definitely attack-ish heavy, but there's still a JB, a WD, a WTD, though it's aggressive, and an SD. I think it'd be interesting to see, because Ray, Cyclone, Fang probably could go well with attack tips, but I'm not sure about everything else. So, there we go. Are these 11 fine? Or I should say, are there any objections here? I think there's a decent amount of height balance too. There's only a couple middle heights. 130 and D125, but I can't get everything in one. That's a bit difficult. It's actually a really good WD. Yeah, there we go. It looks kind of scuffed, but it's pretty good. It's not perfect, but it's a good WD. The SD should be on paper. It gets dirt on it, this one. So this one looks kind of funky. But this is also a pretty good looking SD here, if it would focus. Okay, I can't get it to focus. This is a pretty good SD, you have to trust me. It's a fine JB, and it's a worn W2D. The CS is a pretty fresh CS, and the RF is a pretty fresh RF. Okay, cool. I do realize we have a decent amount of attack pieces here, but that's okay. Okay, that's the edge. That's the edge. Oh yeah. To be clear, Cosmo, you will. Oh, those are hard to see. What could I? There's a 90 and a white semi-flat there. My apologies. Oh, maybe I'll put these on the corner here. There you go. There we go. Now they're a bit more visible. I don't want them to be look. I don't want it to look like they aren't there. Ooh, counter Leon, counter Scorpio could have been a fun pick. Also, thought Storm Leon looks cool though, so that might be the one thing I would change. Maybe I'd take like Storm Leon out for counter, but then we'd have 2 Scorpios. I don't think I doubled up on clear wheels this time. Stop turning off computer. I'm going to refresh this because it definitely did mess things up. Okay. I was gonna say, you make sure when you pick the parts and then you make the bays after. You do not want to say what bays you're making. That would be a strategical blunder, I should say. Looks like we'll be pretty good on room, I think, too. Flame. I know RSF and, well, mainly RSF and RS don't have the most stamina, but I also thought there could be some strategy there because there's a decent amount of attack picks. And if they are a bit lower on stamina, then, you know, you get a bit of a, ooh, you know, how do I pick these? Do I want to pick something earlier or later? This is getting a little far away from me. The camera is more centered than I am. part of the picks too was like the fusion wells. I just think some variety with like Grand and stuff could be kind of fun. Okay, so I am running out of room. Gonna move all these fusion wells over just a little bit. Squish them together a tad. And that should leave room here for Eagle. Okay, Cosmo, since you are the guest in this, and since you haven't done this, would you like the first pick or would you like the second and third picks? Because they snake, so you would either get picks 1, then 4, 5, and then 8, 9, etc. Or you could get picks 2, 3, 6, 7, etc., etc. Basically, first pick, you get whatever's first on your board, but you have to let the other person snake first. So you wouldn't get to pick till 4. While the other person wouldn't get the first part, but they'd be able to snake immediately. But I'll let you have choice on which one you want, and then Jared will take the other one. Also, hello, Diner Creator. I saw your chat. Oh. I kind of wish the chat would just stay on the phone. That's okay. Da-da-da. Oh. I was thinking just backishing is an interesting part. Okay, Jerry, then. You're first. Yeah. So basically, I think we covered everything, but keep track of what parts you have. I'll try to maybe put them down here so you can see one side or the other. Once somebody picks 5 of whatever piece, just ignore those until the end. Backishin, okay. Jerry, I'll put you close, and then I'll put Cosmo's over on the left side. Okay, Cosmo, you get 2 picks. What do you want? You make your bays at the end, and then I guess you guys will have to just put your bays one at a time in the chat together. Once you've made the move. Or Jerry can like send them to me, and then you can put yours in the chat, and then I'll be able to put whatever Jerry had in whatever order. Oh, Diner Creator, your icon is a Broncos helmet. Your Broncos murdered my Bengals on live television. That was not very fun. Okay, Cosmo, what do you want? Well, you got time. Don't want to rush you too much. I like this selection of parts. I'm really interested in how the fusion wheels and like the tips will play with each other. Nightmare and Purple Leon. Okay. Okay, so I'll put them over there. Okay, Jerry, you're 2. Okay, it's generally less wise to take clear wheels early, I should say. Just because they don't make as much of a difference. Earth, okay. Jerry's going full defense here. Flame. Jerry's going full on with the defense and stamina here. Okay, Cosmo. You're now up for 2 picks. I'm interested to see Nightmare. Nightmare, actually, that might fall into mediocre, because this probably has better stamina than Bull, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong. But it has kind of the same things. Not crazy defensive, not crazy attack. Better, but not crazy stamina. Tornado and Pegasus. Okay. I like Tornado, and I like Pegasus too. It's a great Pegasus. You're winning the clear wheel battle at the moment. You've got Flame Leon and Poison Pegasus, which might be my two favorite solid colored fusion wheels. I guess they're there, and then probably like Flame Ares. That's a good one. Maybe there's like a solid Pegasus that's up there. But oh, Grand Capricorn, obviously. Top fives. Okay, Jerry. What are you looking at? Let's see. What other solid ones? It's probably Grand Capricorn, those two, Flame Ares, and then one more. Maybe Silver Wolf. Fang and RF. Okay. Ooh, I like that. Fang number flat. Cosmo, your turn. I like the idea of going Fang RF. I assume that's the likely play. Some things are just kind of telegraphed. Do note, I mentioned this before, the W2D is very old. Very overcast. It's not quite cool yet here. Sucks to be in the south sometimes. It's getting cooler, it's getting there, but it's not amazing yet. RSF and wide semi-flat. Ooh. Wait. There's no wide semi-flat in this one. There's flat and whole flat. I'll give you RSF, though. Oh, computer, no. Tips are whole flat, coded HF, CS, F, JB, SD, a worn W2D, WD, and RS. Did not put Leon's wide ball back on it. Whoops. Unless you meant wide flat. I'm gonna assume you probably meant wide flat, didn't you? Oh wait, no, that's the wrong side. Okay, you want flat instead of wide flat then? I'll give you that. I want to confirm that. Those are ignorant to Jerry. Okay, wide flat. You'll have wide flat, and then Jerry wants WD and 100. Okay, WD and 100. That's 105. Okay, Cosmo, back to you then. You've got wide flat and RSF, Tornado, Nightmare, Leon, and Pegasus. Ray and Grand, okay. Oh, wait, I'm going to put these over here. There we go. Okay, Jerry, your pick. I've got a guess of like 2 of the 3 parts you're going to take. I've got like 3 things that I'm looking at, and then 105, 105, okay. Oh, wait, you know what? Is that, no, this is 100. Okay, Jerry, Do you mean 100 and 105? There's two 100s, a 105, and a 90. I'm going to assume you meant the 100. The other 100. I'm certain that Storm Leon is... Yeah, Storm Leon is definitely 100. Yeah. Okay. Do you want... Yeah, okay. So I'll give you 105 and 90 then. That's the wrong spot. Where was this? Was here. No, it wasn't. Yes, it was. That was here. And this is... I put that in the wrong place. Okay. Okay. So that leaves 100 on the board still. Okay, Cosmo, your turn. I might try to move some of these parts in, but I kind of don't want to. I like keeping everything lined up. Okay, so that leaves a 100 on the board. Do you want white or green? Do you care, Jerry? I gave you white earlier. I didn't realize about the... Unicorno and Burn. Okay. Jerry, back to you. And is that a white or a green? I'm just going to keep the white one there for now. They're both the same. Okay, I'll leave you with the white one then. Unless you pick the other one. Burn was taken right out from under you. Don't have to worry about fusion wheels though. You'll be stuck with Storm or Poison as your last pick. CS and SD. I was thinking that was coming, I think, last turn. That or a low track, you know, one of them. Okay. Cosmo, back to you. You've got all your fusion wheels, you need 2 clear wheels, you don't have any tracks yet, and you need 3 tips. I love your clear wheel selection, though. That Leon and Pegasus and Striker, all great. Oh, I gotta stand up. Oh, that feels good on my knees. Cetus and Aquila. Okay. Yeah, you're definitely winning the Cleo battle. That is all your Cleos now, by the way. Okay, Jerry, your turn. I'm going to guess with 4 tips you're going to go track heavy, but that's just a prediction. Or maybe you too will go for clue wheels. JB. Okay. That is your last tip. If only I did regular Flame Sagittario. Jerry, unless I'm missing something, you have all your tips. You went WD, and you went RF early, did you not? And then you went CS and D, and then you went JB. Did I miss something? Yeah, Fang and RF. And W, yeah. You have WD, JB, RF. Yeah, you forgot. Yeah, you've got your tips. You picked JB, you've got your tips. JB's your last. 100, okay. Both 100s. Okay, Cosmo, back to you. You got all your fusion wheels and your energy rings, so you just need tracks and tips left. Jerry's got a very color unified group of pieces here. Well, I guess Cosmo does too, to an extent. But a lot of green, a lot of white, and a lot of gray, and then the one yellow piece. W2D and RS, okay. Going for the defense. And some stamina, even though that could be a bit crazy. The WTD. Okay, Jerry, back to you. You have one track left, one fusion wheel left, and your clue wheel is left. You have all your tips. Put Leon's tip back on it. What are you gonna go for? D125 at Storm, okay. Cosmo, back to you. You need one tip. You have a choice between flat and whole flat. You can make it later if you want, and you need your tracks. Actually, come to think of it, Jerry has all of his tracks and all of his tips, right? And then Cosmo's got all of his fusion wings or injury, and fusion wheels and injury rings. So if you guys want to just start putting in the chat of the leftover parts, you can go do that because you don't pick anything that's going to be overlapping. Because Jerry just needs clear wheels, and Cosmo just needs his last tip and spin tracks. AD145 HF, okay. Which other... Actually, better question. So, Cosmo, you need fusion wheel or spin tracks, and Jerry has all of his. So, which of the 5 do you not want? And I'll give you the rest. And yeah, Jerry will take all but Herculeo. Okay, cool. There's no more overlap, so we're good. Yeah, so Cosmo, which spin track do you not want? And then you'll have the rest of them, because that's all you need. There's WD145, 145, 130, SW145, and ED145. So, which one do you not want? I guess, Jerry, you can start putting your Beys together. Okay, cool. So you got the rest of those then. So those are the leftover parts. So start making your Beys and tell me when you've made them. And then Jerry will send his to me directly, and we'll have our matchups. You can't know who, what you're facing, so gotta have it some way. Your clear wheels are Rex, Leon 2, Gasher, Scorpio, and Susanoo. Your spin tracks are ED145, SW145, 145, 130, and AD145. Okay, yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, right is Jerry. Does that put everything in frame? Yes. And the left is Cosmo. Oh. Trying to make sure everything is in frame. Okay. This is the cutoff that split right there. Yeah, my thing is way behind. Yeah, you can. Okay, let me know when Jerry does his, and then you can start typing yours. I need to make sure Jerry has his Beys ready. So you wouldn't want him to see the first matchup and then just counter you. But yeah, you can type them there in a second. I'm just waiting on Jerry. Jerry will send them directly to me, and then you'll put yours in, and I'll tell you what Jerry's are in return. Okay. Cosmo, you can start putting your Beys in. No, no, do not do that. Computer. There we go. Okay. So yeah, Jerry sent me his, so go ahead and start typing yours, and I'll tell you what they face. The first one you type will be the first one that goes out. And so on. After this, I'm gonna stop because I'm hungry and I like to get food. Nightmare Leon, okay. SW145RS, that's gonna face Bakishan Gasher 105 CS. Nightmare Leon, I like that. Yeah, I picked up a massive hair. Of course I did. Okay. Keep typing them out. Okay, number 1. I'll make Jerry's Bakishan Gasher. It's 105. CS. You know what? If you don't mind, Jerry, I'm gonna actually just swap this with my CBT Bay because I think that is the supposed to be mint CS. Oh shoot, that isn't the wrong one. Wait, where? Oh, wait. Where did the other CS go? No, it's on that. What the hell's it on? Did I take a CS off for no reason somewhere? I am super confused now. Oh, no, it's on this. Okay. Tornado Pegasus 130 white flat. Okay. So that is going to face Earth Leon 100 WD. So, okay, Tornado Pegasus 130 white flat. Yeah. I like that one. That one should be pretty fun. It's a good color scheme too. You actually did a really good job with matching your colors together. And then Jerry's Earth Leon 100 WD. What's your other? What's your other 100 bay? That one. Okay, yeah. We're gonna put it with the white. One of the white 100. There you go. I'm gonna start putting them in matchup order. Grand Cetus ED145 RS. I like it. Smart move, just going ED145 over WD145 because it's just kind of better. Versus Jerry's Beys Fang Scorpio 100 RF. You might have just countered Jerry right there. Because that is Jerry's RF Bay. Bernaquilla 8145 W2D. I like that too. You should. It's a bit worn. While it's a bit worn, it should be pretty fine if you're not facing anything that'll knock you around too much. Jerry's Bay is Storm Rex 90 JV. So that leaves Ray Striker 145 whole flat versus Jerry's Flame Cancer. If only I had yellow Cancer. D125 SD. Wrong side. Okay. Should be a good fight. Is the whole flat? Okay, the whole flat is just dusty. Okay. Here are the bays. I'm gonna have to move them. Okay. Those are first. And those. And then this one. Okay, here we go. I'll be launching Jerry's Bay in first for this first one. It'll be interesting to see there's more stamina here. I think CS has a bit more stamina than RSF. Oh, Cancer. Okay, wait. Oh, shoot. Yeah, you're right. Gotta redo that. They're both blue. Let me swap those real quick. Okay, there we go. Hey, Absol's a pretty cool Pokemon. Okay, there we go. Bakishin Gasher. Versus Nightmare Leon. Yeah, I put in the wrong clear roll. Typical me. Okay, the rest of those are definitely right though. Looks like Bakishin CS has a bit more stamina here than Nightmare and RSF. Also upset it's a bit lower and it's hitting the spin track. Ooh, look how pretty that blue looks in the light. The blue on the white looks really nice. What I like about this is, yeah, sure, you get chips on the side, right? But you're not going to get chips on the top, so you're always going to have that white behind it, you know? Which is nice. Smart move. Though, competitively, I think a lot of people put lower than 105 on it. Even with, like, RB. Man, white Susanoo looks nice. That is, like, the perfect thing for a good colored clear wheel. Like Asher. Ooh. I'll read that. That just bounced back up. Yeah, RSF really needed to face an attack bay. Okay, so Jerry's going to take the first one. Now we've got Earth Leon versus Tornado Pegasus. Well, I tried to keep the sliding chute there, and then it kind of... Problem was you didn't have quite enough stamina to beat Bakush in CS. And you definitely weren't going to end up KOing a Bakushin Bay like that. Bakushin is way too good defense. It's like Rock without the recoil. Really, it's what Rock is supposed to be. If the flower pattern holds, this would be interesting. But the question is, can the flower power hold? Give it another go and see if I can just maybe launch it hard enough that it goes. Okay. I got a hit off and I lost it again. It's a bit hard to keep it with Y flat. Y flat's just a tad chaotic. Honestly, it's putting up a pretty good fight stamina-wise. It's just not able to hold the flower, though, when it hits and it just loses entirely. No matter how hard or how much I try to bank it, that one hit is causing it to just go off. What if I just... Yeah, that's not gonna work. I tried my best to sliding shoot it. I kind of wish this was XF because it'd be easier to get to go over the ridge. If you had the rubber flat, I think you would have been able to win this one. But Jerry has the rubber flat. So Fang's gonna take it. Or not Fang, Earth Leon. Which uses Fang's piece. Okay, Grand Cetus versus Fang Scorpio. Oh! And Scorpio is right out of the stadium. This is a great counter pick. Fang getting matched up against the RS Bay. That basically nullifies the RF tip that Jerry has. Ooh, close to getting a KO. Harf decided I really didn't want to cooperate today. And Cosmo gets a win there. Making it 2-1. This will be interesting. Oh, wow. W2D went crazy and almost caused some absolute chaos. Storm doesn't have the most attack, but with JB, it's got enough to knock Burn around. And that was enough to really kill the W2D stamina. Oh, nope. Yes, I'm kind of worried about Storm getting underneath Burn. And really causing it to, the WD to go around. This would be fascinating against like Flame, you know? Although Flame is kind of heavy. This W2D can be very fun. It does kill stamina a little bit, but it can be pretty fun when it gets hit around. Because it does go in for attacks. Ooh. Oh, Rex barely won that one. I guess I should try launching Rex at first. It's just, like, it's hard to get a Eagle in when there's another Bay in there, since it's got to be really flat. Okay, there we go. Ooh. Rex has not gotten under Eagle this time. So I heard W2D scrape. Just for a second there. I don't think it was enough to do really any damage. But in either the battle that went up recently or a battle that's going to go up soon. I think it was a battle that went up recently. When that happened with Fang, you could definitely tell. It's a battle that's going up soon. You could tell. Oh, this is going to be close. Ah, Rex won at the very end. I thought Eagle might take that one. Okay, so that means Jerry wins, but we still have one more battle, so. Oof. Let's try that again. There we go. 1-1. I do think Storm is better than Galaxy. But I'm not the biggest Storm fan. I like a Ray. Ray's fun. Okay. 2-1 Jerry. Cosmo's gonna need a couple KOs here, probably. Wait, you know what? Let me wipe the whole flat off. Oh, oh, couple nice hits there. I think it's gonna be just short though. Agreed. Ray is underrated. And Jerry's gonna win that one. So Jerry wins 4-1. Same record as me. Okay, now I said last time I'd like to go more than 40 minutes, 48 minutes, and now it's been 2 hours and 40 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and stop the stream because I am tired and I'm a bit hungry. So, I hope you guys enjoyed me putting the Beys together in draft battles. And yeah, stay tuned for the brackets. I'll try to get them out soon since we did this. And yeah, hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. How do I end this? That's the question. I don't actually know. Is that it? Yeah.